Greetings, everybody, and welcome back. That's like right in front of my face. And welcome back into Medieval Dynasty, episode 19, I think, something like that. Um, we are waiting for noon to roll around, and while we wait, I'm gonna tell you, like, subscribe, comment, head on over to a Patreon and pledge. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Links to all of these things are in the description below. It is super cold outside, so I am hiding from this foul weather. Like, seriously, it is -6 degrees out. It is ridiculous. I had to drink a little bit to stay warm. Seemed to work. Because, like, now he is, like, super comfy. Alright. Here we go. Noontime. Okay, it said wait for the next noon. It is noon. Where is our boy? If he's smart, he's inside staying warm. I mean, this is his home.
Welcome.
How's Gerapelk doing? You and my son spent too much time together, and I have a bad feeling about it. Well, at least you're not staggering around the village hammered in. A little bit of berry wine never hurt nobody, okay? Don't do anything foolish again, will you? We won't, I promise.
Have a good day. How do you do?
Don't worry. I didn't put
Have a good day.
Uh-huh.
I just work
Like, why is this not upgrading at all?
How are you?
Excuse me, General. My God, you look scary like my old ex. I guess we're just gonna ride out to the woodcutters camp and see if we can't find this guy manually, because this seems broken. But now where is he? Okay, I waited for the next noon. Let's try. I mean, this ain't it, is it? Up a little bit more over here. Ah. I'm just gonna drop on in here.
At least, hello. See you soon.
It said wait for the next noon. I waited for the next noon. Where is this guy? Ah. Alright, we're just gonna go
How
home.
can I help you?
Might be a good time to go check on my family. Good Lord Almighty.
Hello.
I need a ride. Back the way I freaking came. Excuse me. Sometimes I forget there's a mic in front of my face. Please forgive me.
I'm going to lick it.
Should somebody maybe light this fire? Alright, welcome. It took me a while to go over our findings. They have brought all the memories back. My father's been missing for years and I was sure that he was gone for good. But at that moment I felt like I just lost him that day. Just shows how much he meant to you. If you ever want to talk, I'm here for you. It's better to let emotions out than to hold them in. That's a good one. You don't have to bother to comfort me. I'll manage. Spending some time alone made me calm down and clear my head. How about you? Did you learn anything from my uncle? Uncle? He was reluctant to speak at all until he realized the axe was his. This rusty weapon is his? That's hard to imagine. What could make him leave it there? He'd rather lose his hand than lose his grip on the handle. I don't know. He instantly became furious and claimed that the hunter stole it from him. Well, he could just be angry that you reminded him of losing it. It could be considered a great disgrace if he simply misplaced his axe. Did he share anything else? Not much besides grunting, threatening, and finding your mother to be the root of all evil. My mother? Why would he say that? Well, he might think that she's responsible for my every action. He still views me as a child who can't wipe his own arse without Mum's help. You must have something in common because that's exactly how he described you. Blast him, he's useless. Was a good friend of my family once, but that's long gone. Completely forsaken as when my father went missing. Whatever.
Going to lick it.
I didn't need him then, I don't need him now.
Chopping wood and
Something tells me your daddy is closer than you think, bud. Let's forget about him. I have a delicate matter for you. There's a renowned barber surgeon residing in the main city. His name is Sedowin. We've met. The man has vast knowledge on any subject I can imagine. I witnessed him put together a badly broken leg of one of our villagers. I can't deny him that. He's known to put a lot of people on their feet in his establishment. Never heard of the man. I'm usually carried unconscious to the surgeon. We could have met. Take my father the remains, bring them to the medic, and let him examine them. I want to be sure what they are and learn more about the cause of death.
Would make a better king.
I'm afraid he's as lost cause are already, but as long as they won't rattle too loud on the way, I don't want to try. Damn! Of course. Yeah, it's a bit. Alright. Come on, donkey. In pursuit of truth we go. Which way? This way, it would seem. Well, at least we're getting back home. I'm gonna start needing some warmer clothes. I'm only a few pounds overweight. Let's go! Ride like the wind, donkey. That was an unsettling sound. Yeah, I see you in there, bud. Did that freak you out too? Piastovia, here we come. Maybe I'll pop by the house and offload some of this stuff. Alright, should just sell it. Piastovia, Piastovia, forever will your banner wave. Copyright flag, here I come. Oh, it's the hobo camp. I was like, wait a minute, is that a bunch of bandits? Like, go jack some people up or what? Alright, alright, alright. Hello, good people. I have... Wait a minute. Did I pay my taxes this spring? Yes, I did. Well, yeah, it's cold. Hello.
How can I help you?
You can let me sell you some of the super heavy crap that I'm carrying. Like this meat. And this beer. And the one bottle. And you know what? Take a Weissensek. Oh, I can't sell that. Dang it. What am I going to do with that? Have the salt. And the rye. And the mead bottle. And the other mead bottles. And, yeah. Take the copper spear too. But I'm keeping the knife. Bronze pickaxe ain't gonna do me any good anytime soon. Want an apple?
There's good luck.
Well, we ain't done yet. Whoops. Shit! Kids go insane! Woo!
How can I help
There.
you?
Well, you can take all that too.
There's good luck.
Now,
Playing
off.
in the snow is for kids.
Playing in the snow is for everybody. Oh. Hello, Setawin. Is everything alright? My friend entrusted me with an unusual request regarding human remains. I might be the only person in the world hit by nostalgia at the sound of those words. Even the forsaken odor that is accompanied. My experiments seem pleasant in my memories. Bloody ignorance always have to ruin everything. Forgive me, I'm babbling. Where's the body? What body? There isn't any. I have a bundle of remains. That's all I have. Here you go. This rattling was driving me insane. It's quite disappointing. That's not much to examine here. What a pity. I was expecting something more fresh than a dried fossil. But you've come a long way, and I wouldn't want that to go in vain. Let's see. The femur bone is quite long, and its head is thick. It's almost certainly a man's bone. But its state is awful. There are several deep cuts and blunt markings. I'd say they came from the sturdy hands of a crude butcher. Someone took tremendous care to ensure he wouldn't survive, judging by the condition of the pieces. It was a middle-aged individual, however. The remains themselves are not old. The man was still alive several years ago. I just hope you didn't dig up someone you murdered yourself. That kind of behavior should be treated without delay. I have this recipe for a potion. No, that won't be necessary. I got precisely what I came for. I don't usually bury them. I let the crows do the work. Many thanks for your detailed opinion. I've never murdered anyone. Killed, that's a different story, but murder, never. Okay. Back to Jarapek. Giddy up. That bastard murdered him. Murder?
Hello there.
Alright, I need to ride to the crime scene. Let's away then. He was trying to get your mama. And so he got your daddy up out the way. Wait a minute, how cold is it? -12, and I'm just on the cusp of being comfortable.
There's a real myth here.
Okay. Apparently I'm not anymore. Yo, daddy was killed. Not only was it an axe, it was a blunt axe. It's good to see you. What news do you bring? Did you learn anything? The bones belong to a middle-aged man and are a few years old. Then there's no doubt those remains have to belong to my father. Their location and other findings confirm this. Can you hand them over to me? I should return them to my mother as soon as I can. She got furious when she learned of that. I lent them to someone. Here you go. With pleasure, they belong to your family. I just hope he didn't mind the shaking. It was quite a journey. Thank you. I don't blame her for her reaction. I've opened an own wound and came close to an act of profanation. She has suffered enough loss in her life. Yet, there was something different in my mother's behavior this time. She may have been confused or enraged, but she had never questioned that these were Wajmir's bones. That, what's more, she even threatened to bring justice to father's murderers. I was almost sure that my father froze to death in the wild. No one ever tells me the truth. Did at least Sedowin mention my father's cause of death? He did. And he was pretty sure about that. Sedowin found deep cuts in the bones and claimed that brute force was used to end your father's life. So it's true after all. Deep wounds, great force, a bloody axe, and a hidden body. This pattern is more clear than a trace of bleeding doe running through a snowy forest. Needed, come with me. I need to confront this traitor. I'm right behind you. I trust that you know what you're doing. Let's go. Someone's gonna get it. Someone's gonna get it. Alright, let's see if there's... Okay, let's see if there's actually a conversation. What's this gathering all about, boy? You too intimidated to speak with me alone? I've already talked with one of your friends. All of them are nothing but vagrants and scandal mongers. I don't want to waste my time on crap allegations again. Save it. Your time is not wasted, but it's almost over in this village. Miners are such bluff. I won't be listening to any of that nonsense. Get out of my house, you brat. I'm not moving a single step. You will listen to what I have to say, murderer. Yeah, murderer. You better watch. ... We went to the cottage in the woods and found your racks rusted and covered in blood. I know what you did. They've stolen it from me, damn hunters. They always... Cut the bullshit. We found his chopped up bones near the cavern. You killed my father to get it your mama. You what, huh? Want to feed me more lies? Look me in the eyes. Look me in the fucking eyes and say you didn't do it. Drillpeck, you grew up so quickly. He's your daddy. He was supposed to be your best friend and you butchered him. I never... Yes, I did. Because was putting it to your mama. And I'm your daddy. I don't know. I didn't mean to. At least I think I didn't. The whole night is a big blur, a hazy nightmare. Let's kill him! Come on! We went out drinking in the blizzard. We argued a bit, but damn, I was so hammered. When I woke up, I had such a splitting headache I could barely see, so it was the smell that I noticed first. Then I saw the red, everything was red, and my brother laid still in its center. You sicken me. Me too! I don't blame you. I loathe myself for that day as well. I'm sorry, Yulpik. There's nothing I can say in my defense. I heard enough. I can't even look at you right now. But you'll pay for what you did. Yeah, you will! And don't try to run. There's no place in this realm I would not hunt you down. Come on! I'll, I'll, I'll get you a fire then. Burn this boy. Okay. I give up. I need to speak with my mother. I'm terribly sorry. Is there anything else I can do to help? Don't hesitate to ask. Someone should check on Pezerka, Niden's ex-wife. She deserves to know the truth. Consider it done. Where is she? Whee! Hey, lady, guess what your ex-husband done did? Good day to you. Your straight face tells me something is bothering you, dear. You're kind of cute. I won't force it on you. What brings you to me, then? I kind of messed that up. You're the former wife of Neden, right? I bring some grave news. You know, in this candle eyes, you kind of got them bedroom eyes. Or in this candlelight. Yes, I'm the unfortunate one, and I'm not surprised that he again reminds me of his existence. What's bothering this simple-minded brute this time? Is it about ripping seams in his boots because he slipped on his way to work, or spreading onion scent in his house? That big baby was always afraid to bathe. It's more serious. He has admitted to killing Wajmir and hiding his butchered body a few years ago. Hurting the ones he used to love. That's him in all his glory. Are you hungry, darling? I have some stew in the cauldron. No, thank you. You don't seem very moved. I find your proposition highly out of line, but then I never refuse food. Well, here you go. It's well seasoned this time. As for the news you bring, Neden is long dead to me. There's nothing more he could do to make me detest him even more, or even both of them. What do you mean by both of them? He and Wajmir deserved each other. They used to disappear for their long escapades and hide robbed goods in the forest, constantly drunk and for the most part overconfident in their abilities and craft. I tried to reach out to his good side, but I couldn't change him. One day he stopped drinking. There was hope, I thought, but from that time on, living with him became unbearable. It's funny to think that in the end I preferred him in his numb state. The day he sobered up and started raising his fists, I realized I wasn't waiting for his, but for my own incentive to change. I moved out and without any regrets. To my surprise, in spite of his insanity, Neden managed to do some things right. It's his children, all of them. They're precious gems, skilled, clever, and kind-hearted. They will survive just fine without him. You made the right choice, especially for your children. They were raised by a brave and clever mother. Don't forget that. It's not my place to pass judgment. You did what you thought was best. Wait, there's something else you should know. I might even have some writings. Oh, where did I put them? Give me a moment to browse through my things. In the meantime, bring me some water from the river. I have a good fresh water spot up the river, not far from my hut. Go, my potion's about to boil anyway. I feel like this be a trap. And I may be about to die. Water skin. Whoops. On the river bank, you notice number of containers stored for storing water. You have no doubt that this is the place where the herbalist draws the water she used for her work. It's, after all, a few steps away from the workshop. Take a closer look at the water collection site. You notice that the water here is cleaner than downstream where locals pour their filth or wash themselves. No wonder the herbalist takes water for her potions far away from the village. Grab one of the buckets and fill it with fresh water from the river. The liquid is so transparent that you can barely see your reflection in the filled bucket. That much water should suffice for her Pizurka. Leave the water collection spot. We're also gonna go ahead and leave the accidental water skin we just nipped. I might deign, however, to go through some of these other things if there's anything good to be had. Erska, thank you for the water, dearie. I hope you didn't hurt your back. All right, I've gathered the scribblings and my thoughts. I'm all ears. Everyone in the village can clearly recall what they were doing the day before the great blizzard struck. I, for instance, was cooking a special mushroom soup when I was paid an unexpected visit by no one else but Washmere. I was probably one of the last people to speak with him while he was still alive. Now that I think about it, anyway, the hunter came with an unusual request. He declared proudly that it's time he got himself another heir and asked with a beaming smile on his face for some more fertility infusion. I didn't know they had such problems. Me neither. Wajmer mentioned that his infusion had helped him and his wife once before when they almost lost all hope. Baby Jaropek was born healthy and strong. Slawa supposedly praised the medicine for working miracles. There was just one major problem in that story. An infusion of that kind doesn't exist, or at least I've never heard about it. Slava indeed visited me frequently before her son was born, but I've usually provided her with horrible herbal concoctions to help her calm down and sleep at night. Wajmir was probably not happy to hear that. There's nothing worse than a man to be stripped of his manhood. Yeah. Yep, obviously, so the cub ain't his. He instantly turned pale as a ghost and refused to say anything else. He then left my workshop and headed home. I assume he had a lot of explaining to do with his wife. When I woke up the next day, he was already missing after setting off in the snowy woods. Losing his best companion tore Nierden apart, yet another step to his demise, but there was something more. The final straw, besides his sudden decision to give up drinking, were some unburnt fragments of parchment I found in the hearth of our house. Since Needham's fate is almost certainly sealed now, I won't need these shreds of notes anymore. They may shed some light on our village's leaders. Those paragons of virtue. You've kept these secrets for years. Thank you for sharing them with me. I now know all I need. Needham will be punished for his crime. This whole situation is a lot more complicated than I realized at first. Looks like everybody keeps secrets around here. I don't know who to believe anyone. And I guess that's the end of that. Hey, Erica, Erica.
Greetings,
Creepy.
my love.
Hi, baby. I have a favor. Could you take this money to the Castellan?
Have a good day.
That was eerie. My child frightens me. Okay. Back we go. Hey, okay, so how am I going to explain it to this poor kid? Buddy, yo daddy, not yo daddy. The man you're about to execute, I think, is yo daddy. The herbalist didn't help your mama conceive you. Your murdering uncle helped your mama conceive you. Ooh. How sad. Moose! Is it wrong that I'm almost excited? I mean, because I'm pretty sure this is the last... No. Ostoya remains. Doth my eyes deceive me? What? Urgh! Yet another it's probably just some bogus nonsense type thing, I'm sure of it. And there's farming to be done. So I'm gonna have to take a break from questing. So I gotta harvest, and then I gotta plant, and then I gotta, you know, farmer stuff. Okay, so what is up with the... Maybe it's that NPC guy again.
Bloody weather. My bad. In my day, everything was better. Do I sound like an adult now?
I didn't even talk to her. Zemko, it's you again. Good to see you, my friend. What are you doing here? Where's your brother? Where's Sloa? Hold your horses. Why so many questions? My brother is preparing our departure. We are moving to a more prosperous realms. Didn't you say you were fine in the wild, far from society? You want to run again? Who do you think we are? Common crooks? The woods became too crowded. A hermit needs a lot more space to operate. Yes. I brought some of our supplies to sell. We can't carry this much anyway. I hope to meet the leader of the village, but these local cheapskates say she went north some time ago. That's what you call bad luck. I must have missed her on my way here. I only wanted to ask her for permission to sell. I should do it nice and legal and leave this place with a clean record. You know, I wouldn't like to have any authorities stay on our tail as we leave. I need to locate... Slava. Thanks for helping. That was easy. We can call it even. You're welcome, my friend. Who the hell is Zemko?
Impossible, but I do nothing every day.
Let's go. North we go. Oh, the craziness. Zemko. Why does that sound so familiar? Was he one of the guys from the whole rebellion thing? Ah, found you. Or maybe not. I have no need of apples. I will take the letter though. Bundle. Take that. Come on. What have we got here? Bandits! Let's dance! Oh, you wanna be messing... Now you... I'll take the cheese. Iron spike cudgel, I can sell that. I'll keep that and that. And I'll take the cheese, because cheese is good. Now, where's your copper axe? No, I want the copper axe. There we go. You didn't even have any money on you, you asshole. There's some berry wine. There, all that work for 55 coins. You mother... Burn your bodies. Well, alright. I'm on my way then. I see a trail of tents. Everything stays in the family, huh? It's over. Wojmir finally rests in peace with his belongings and that wretched axe that ended his life. This should put an end to your snooping where you weren't supposed to. I won't forget what an insult your running around with my late husband's remains was to my family's name and local authority, carried in a bag like a mere item. And what makes you the paragon of respect and honor? You are living in a web of lies. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the first time his remains were carried around. I have spent years trying to bring law and order to this village. Finding a thread of understanding between half-feral hunters and simple-minded lumberjacks required harsh measures and impossible decisions. You have no idea what it takes to be a true leader. Wanna bet, bitch? But I do know what triggered Wojmir's departure. He was looking for a remedy from the herbalist, which you've made up. Did that foul herb lady tell you that? She drinks too much of her potions and speaks out of her mind. Needham did well to leave that lunatic. I care as little about her opinion as I do yours. We're done here. Go back to your hole or wherever you nest. There was no need for medicine. You weren't a barren wench after all, as Wojmir used to call you and blame you for all his failures. How about the manhood that did not rise to the challenge and all the times he pouted like a baby whenever he failed? That's how you described him to Needham. Hers wouldn't help him anyway. There was someone else who satisfied you. A monster, as he came to call himself. That's absurd. What did he tell you, huh? This man's word means nothing. I stumbled across some interesting writings. It's all there. You filthy bastard, how dare you? Give me that back. Jerpeg should know who his real father is. He deserves to know. Tell him the truth, you old wench, or I will. Silence! That would distract him from his preparations. He has to become the leader of this village at all costs. He always has been better than Wojmir in every way. His father was a disappointment. Stop bringing him back. Wojmir was an unmatched hunter, yes, but he lacked in every other area, even as a husband. How long was I supposed to wait? Until I am withered and barren? Like now? I did what I needed to. The boy was born strong. The village's lineage was secured and undisputed, and its leader proudly wandered the woods as usual, knowing he had a promised heir, all because of my sacrifice. You did that only for your own selfish comfort. You wanted it all for yourself. That's the truth. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were such a martyr. A hero, even. No, all I wanted was for my child to be better than him. Wojmir didn't have any sense of leadership in him. He could have managed the riskiest hunting expedition, but could neither handle himself nor understand his people's needs. Oh, whoops. Needham, on the other hand, may not be the brightest, but I could always count on him whenever I needed him, at least until that cursed winter night when Wojmir figured out the truth. What really happened that night? Wojmir was furious. I had never witnessed so much ferocity in him. He rushed at me and nearly choked the life out of me. But even in his rage, he wasn't that kind of man, so he released me and ran to the woods. It took me a while to come to my senses. I then immediately alarmed Needham. They were still good friends and respected comrades, after all. There was a part of me that fooled myself into thinking that the fire could still be put out. Time went by and none of them returned. I could not stand waiting any longer and followed their fresh trail in the snow. I had no doubts about Wojmir was going. His cottage in the wood, the safe spot, was obvious, and yet
You have my card.
Huh?
You have my card.
I do. I'm sorry. You're welcome back. Time went by and none of them returned. Okay, his cottage in the woods. The safe spot was pretty obvious. So the Great Blizzard wasn't as horrible as they say. It just grew as a repeated legend, slowly became the local truth. Okay. His cottage in the woods. I reached the building only to encounter a most pitiful sight. Two prominent leaders hammered, drunk, and in deep argument. Wajmir could barely stand straight while Needham was on all fours. Before I could even speak, Wajmir raised his axe, babbling something about justice. I didn't know what to do. I just acted. I threw myself between the two, and who were both a part of my life. I grabbed Wajmir's wrist as he was about to split Needham's skull in half with a woodcutter's own axe. I'll spare you the rest, as I wish to never relive it again. That day I prevented my son becoming an orphan. Only one of them could leave this place. You made a choice. Sometimes to save a life is to take one, but those lives grew for years. This could be avoided. Murder is murder, no matter the motivation. You should be hanged for what you did. Then put a noose around my neck yourself. Let's see how different your sleepless nights would be. It's easy to judge when you weren't there. I ran barefoot through the snow for hours until I got back to myself and managed to sneak back to my house. Needham returned the next day. He believed that he was responsible for his friend's death. I could not reason with him in any way. He became withdrawn and half dead inside. Soon after, I had to take over as the leader of the village. We have never brought up this dark event, and it stayed like that until you came along. A murderer who saves a life, an adulterer who fixes marital problems. You're a unique bunch. I have never witnessed so many lies and crimes at once. How do people even know who you really are? Only one wrong decision started the decay of a well-off family. Maybe you deserved it, but I feel sorry for all of you. True, I have no regrets. I worked hard to wash this blood stain off my hands. Just please don't make my son see me as a monster. This would kill me. The future leader of this village is a bright and kind young man. Only time will tell what he sees you as. Your desires mean nothing to me. You already are a monster. Time for him to open his eyes. Go with the first one. You learned what you wanted. Now leave me be. Die. Oh, what am I gonna do now? Oh, I don't know what to do. Do I tell him the truth? Alright, 1, his dad's dead. 2, his dad's not his dad. 3, the guy he thinks killed his dad is his dad. And 4, his mom killed his not dad. Like, it's too much. What do you want? Can I help you with something? Stupid hunters, they treat me like a child. Well, maybe because you're still very young. Oh yeah, stupid hunters. Wait, why are we insulting them exactly? They don't want to teach me how to protect my bees. Oh, it's her. To protect your bees. Protect them from what? And what have hunters to do with it? From bears. Some bear footprints were found nearby in the woods, and without a shadow of a doubt, it's going to come to my bees and steal their honey, destroy their homes, kill the queen, and every bee on its way. I can't let that happen. I've never seen anyone so dedicated to some bugs. Some bugs? They're much more than some bugs. If only people were as organized, disciplined, and hardworking. The world would be a much better place, but what exactly would you like to learn? I'm sorry, I see your love of bees, but what exactly... Yeah. How to shoot a bow. Could you talk with Sesbor and convince him that I'm old enough? Please. I was also thinking about asking Slawa, as she is one of the best archers, but yeah, we're not gonna... We're not gonna talk to Slawa about... Wait. You there. Come back here.
I need a new knife, but I don't have.
I'm here about Brat O'Melia. Oh yeah, that girl. Tell her I won't teach her anything about archery. Knowing her love for bees, she would go and try and kill this bear herself the moment she grabbed the bow. I don't think she's that reckless. Never underestimate people's recklessness and stupidity. You want to risk it and teach her how to use a bow? Do it. Keep me out about it. Asshole.
Honest work is the only purpose of life.
And you didn't convince him, did you? I didn't, but he did. I didn't, but he did. I think he's right. I didn't, but I think you're old enough to learn how to use a bow. It's a basic survival skill after all. Really? Thank you. There's just one little problem. One little problem? My favorite kind of problem. I don't have arrows and a bow, as a matter of fact. I could... What? What does she need? I want to be an archer. She needs 1 bow and 15 arrows. Not exactly hard to come
They're dressing as people's grandmas now.
across here. It's good to see you, friend. I'm waiting for my mother's return. We decided to do what to do with the cursed Needon. Each second of his presence here is pure torture and pain. Think you might have to reconsider your actions. I spoke with your mother. She and Needon were both involved in Wojmir's death. They knew where the hunter went and how he met his end all along. And how is that? More lies and secrets. When will it all come to an end? So, what now? Is she even my mother, or was I dropped at my parents' door in a basket? I'm afraid it's not far off. Slawa and Needon had an affair before you were born. I'm sorry, Gerald Peck, but Wojmir is not your real father. No, this brute, I'm nothing like him. You didn't feel like a son to a hunter either. We rarely see similarities to our parents, and then we become them. I don't care about this anymore. Whoever fathered me doesn't get any credit for who I am. I am Gerald Pelk, and I will make my own choices. The first one will be cleaning up this mess. It's time my mother passed the leadership on to me. After all, she has never been officially sworn in, but has merely fulfilled the duties of a missing chieftain. The timing is right since I'm entering adulthood next season. Your aid has been much value to me. I respect your opinion, so do me one last favor and tell me what you would do in my position. Slawa is the main source of your problem. Your mother hasn't been honest with you for years. In order for the people to respect and follow you as a new leader, you should cut your ties with her. Your mother's intentions may have been to protect you at all costs, but she failed miserably in the end. This woman turns Needon's life into nothing but pain and sorrow. The man deserves a second chance. Needon betrayed your father without any hesitation. You both share the same blood, but that doesn't make you alike. Be wiser and finally end this dark chapter in your family's history. Forgive and move on. Your mother has been preparing you for this role for years. Wojmir was the closest to a father you had, but he was rarely there for you when you needed him. The other two, your bloodkin, were blinded by their own vanity and selfishness. Your mother at least still wishes you well, but the adulterer Needon has nothing to offer you except trouble and his bad influences. Thank you for your advice. I'll consider it, and I'll never thank you enough for your help. I need some time to make decisions on my own, as befits a true leader. We'll speak again. Be careful and good luck. Now.
I wonder what these 2 rabbits were doing.
Alright.
That's it. I'll leave home and travel around the world collecting wild animals. I'm going to catch them all.
You get him, Mr. Catchem. Alright, I'm going to hell home.
Have you seen any bandits in the area? Hello!
Except for you with these prices. Ay, caramba. Why is everything so hard? Back to my own beloved little farm.
It always looks at me.
Where my child is mine and my wife isn't crazy. And my chickens aren't hungry yet.
Is
Loving
anything
wife.
troubling you, my dear?
Yeah. The other villages are freaking nuts.
So long.
Guys, I'm leaving it here. Best way to support the channel: like, subscribe, head on over to Patreon, pledge, get yourself a sticker. Soon enough, I'm also going to be offering mugs and t-shirts and all kinds of other fun stuff. Until then, links to all that are in the description. Scarecrow out.